I hope you can hear me properly. Yes, I hope you all can hear me. Audible, everyone. Fast on the chat box. Good morning, Nila. Good morning. I hope you can hear me properly. Yes, I hope you all can hear me. Audible, everyone. 1 second. Yes, I hope. So, welcome to yet another super cool session on the chapter Digestion and Absorption. Okay, moving with the last topic of the chapter. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave the comment in our wonderful channel BioPoint Stream the World of Bio. So we are moving again with the topic digestion of food. We have this much topic to complete in today's class. Okay. Yes, Rosanna, good morning. So yesterday we began with this, but due to some technical glitches, we just postponed the class. So today we are going to continue with the same topic, that is the absorption of digested product. Yes, back to the class, everyone. Absorption is the transfer. Oh my god. Absorption is the transfer of end products of digestion from the intestine to the circulatory fluids such as blood and lymph. Okay, so there are different type of absorption. For example, there are passive absorption. Passive absorption means no ATP required. Okay, no ATP required. And for active absorption, energy in the form of ATP is required. So passive absorption is again divided into osmosis and diffusion. And this diffusion can be simple or facilitated. Guys, can you all hear me? Can you all hear me? Am I audible to everyone? Fast on the chat box. I'm not seeing any of your comments also in the live class. Just comment on the chat box. Okay. So, absorption of nutrients from a higher concentrated region to a lower concentrated region without the expenditure of energy, you will call it as the passive absorption or passive transport. Passive absorption or passive transport. So this passive transport includes osmosis and diffusion. Osmosis means there you require a semi-permeable membrane, movement of solvent particles across the higher concentration to lower concentration with the help of a semi-permeable membrane. But diffusion is the absorption of solute as well as solvent molecule. For example, when you use a gas spray, when you use a spray, it is spread all throughout a room. That is an example for the passive absorption. 1 second, I hope you are not seeing. Yes. So next is diffusion. Diffusion can be of two types: simple diffusion and facilitated diffusion. Simple diffusion means molecules alone can be diffused. Molecules alone can be diffused. For example, small amount of monosaccharides such as glucose, amino acids, then vitamins, electrolytes like Cl minus of sodium chloride, all these things can pass through the membrane. Not membrane, can pass through higher concentration to lower concentration. So that you will call it as a simple diffusion. That is, the molecules can freely pass, from one area to the other. Next is the facilitated diffusion. It is done with the help of carrier protein. Guys, give me hearts on the screen if you're understanding the topic very clearly. Give me hearts on the screen if you're understanding the topic clearly. Yes? No one in the class? That means this has to be postponed. I don't know. Okay, so facilitated diffusion happens with the help of carrier protein. For example, glucose and amino acid. Glucose and amino acid are the facilitated diffusion. So, guys, there are two types of diffusion. First one is simple diffusion. First one is simple diffusion. Simple diffusion means there is no need of carrier protein. There is no need of carrier protein. The molecules can freely pass from one place to another. Okay, fine. Moving on with the next. I hope you all are understanding. I know I'm a bit fast today because this topic we have been discussing for a long time back. Yes, absorption of nutrients from the lower concentrated region to the higher concentrated region. Guys, always you have to understand that a molecule, even when you study in physics, a potential difference from higher region to lower region only everything will flow. But and this you will call it as the along the concentration gradient. Along the concentration gradient. Yes, guys, I don't know why you are remaining so silent like this. Okay, once again, I'll write, guys. Diffusion, that is generally something happen like higher concentration to lower concentration, energy will flow or anything will flow from its higher concentration to lower concentration. So that is this you will call it as along the concentration gradient. Along the concentration gradient. And against the concentration gradient means from a lower concentrated region to higher concentrated region. When you are moving something against the concentration gradient, at that particular time you have to use energy. For example, ATP, adenosine triphosphate, is used here as an energy molecule. So from lower concentrated region to higher concentrated region is against the concentration gradient, and from higher concentrated region to lower concentrated region, if this is the movement, then you can have it along the concentration gradient. So absorption of amino acid, monosaccharides like glucose, electrolytes like sodium, etc. helps in the what facilitated diffusion or the active transport. It's not facilitated diffusion, it is active transport. Guys, 1 second, let me check what all are the different things we have to complete. Yes, yes, guys, very important, this slide is very important. Okay, very important slide we are going to discuss now, that is monoglycerides, diglycerides and fatty acids cannot be absorbed directly as they are water insoluble. As they are water insoluble, they cannot be directly absorbed. Then, bile salt and phospholipids convert themselves into small spherical water soluble droplets called micellae. Shrujana, are you understanding? If you are not, please tell frankly so that I could explain it once again. Fast. Yes. So, the monoglycerides and diglycerides, that is the end products of fat, monoglycerides, diglycerides, and fatty acids, they are insoluble in water. And second one is the bile salt convert themselves into small spherical droplets called micellae. They are reformed into small protein coated fat globules, and that you will call it as sorry, chylomicron. So these two terms are very important. Miscella and chylomicron. What are miscella? Bile salt and phospholipids convert themselves into small spherical water soluble droplets called miscella. Small water soluble droplets called miscella, and protein coated fat globules, you will call it as the chylomicrons. They are transported into the lacteals in the villi. Guys, this is the lacteals in the villi, the network of capillary present in the villi. The network of capillary present in the villi, you will call it as the lacteal. Okay. So from the lymph, the chylomicrons enter the foot. So chylomicron is the um, form of fat in which they are absorbed into our body. So micellae and chylomicrons. So, what are the absorption? How are different things absorbed inside our body? So, inside our mouth, there are certain drugs are absorbed. That is why you are always swallowing the medicines through the mouth, and why they are not. Some medicines cannot be injected into the body; they have to be swallowed through mouth itself, because there are certain drugs whose absorption takes place directly in the mouth itself. Then, stomach, water, simple sugars, some drugs and alcohol absorbed by the stomach, absorbed inside the stomach. Then inside the small intestine, all the nutrients, including vitamins and minerals, all nutrients are absorbed inside the small intestine, and water and some minerals and drugs are absorbed in the large intestine. Actually, large intestine is a site of absorption. Fine, everyone. Fine. Guys, are you all understanding once again, or should I stop the class? I'm not seeing any of your comments. I think only two people are there. Nila and Shrujana are there in the class. Please be active. I'm sure that I'm going a bit faster, but I hope you are understanding because you are not asking at least any doubts. Yes, all these are simple topic. If you have any doubt, you are free to ask. Small intestine is the chief area of absorption due to the presence of villi, its great length and coiled nature. Okay, but more absorption of water, I already told, right? The more absorption of water and all takes place inside the large intestine. But the more absorption of minerals, nutrients, etc. takes place inside the small intestine. Why? Because of the presence of villi, great length of small intestine, and because of its highly coiled nature. Next one. Absorbed materials are incorporated. They are utilized by your body by a process called assimilation. What is assimilation? Assimilation means utilization. Undigested substances like plant fibers, that is cellulose like substances, dead bacteria form fecus. It enters a cecum through the ileocecal valve, which prevents the backflow of fecus. Backflow of fecus. This fecus is temporarily stored in a structure called rectum and are eliminated through the anus. And thus we come to the complete process of digestion, that is defecation or ejection. So in the first class, in the lecture number 1, we studied about the process of ingestion. Yes. In the second class, we discussed about the second step, that is the digestion. In the third class, we studied about absorption. In this class, okay, in this class, we studied about the process of absorption and assimilation. Now we have studied the utilization, assimilation, and the fifth one is egestion. Clear, everyone? Next topic is disorders of the digestive system. Okay, this is a very important topic from which you can expect direct MCQs for your NEET. Direct MCQs for your NEET comes from this particular topic, that is the disorders of digestive system. Okay, so we are going to discuss one by one in detail about the digestive system. Our NCRT demands for only a few, but we have to study something which is in detail. First one is all about the jaundice. What is jaundice? Look, yellowing of the skin, yellowing of the eye, and this is caused due to this particular bile pigments. So here the skin and the eye turn yellow due to the deposition of bile pigments. And what does that condition indicates? It indicates liver damage. Very important, guys. Very important. Very important. Okay, they will be giving you the symptoms. The following statements are the symptoms of a particular disease in human. Identify. Skin and eye turns yellow in color. Okay, so skin and eye turns yellow in color, and bile pigments due to the deposition of bile pigments, and this is an example for a liver damage. That is an example for jaundice. So jaundice is caused due to the accumulation of bile pigments inside the liver, and it indicates a liver damage. Next one, common illness, that is a vomiting. Ejection of the stomach contains what all things are being undigested materials are ejected through the stomach. It is controlled by the structure inside our brain called medulla oblongata that controls involuntary reflex. Medulla oblongata is the site for involuntary reflexes. Okay. Shiva Roshita, can you please reveal your name? Are you over here? Can you please tell your yes? Yes, absolutely, Shiva Roshita. It is a reverse process. It's not revised, it's reverse process. Reverse digestion, reverse peristalsis happens. Okay, that is whatever thing have happened in our body, the reverse of it is happening, so that the digested food materials, the indigested food materials are reversed back and is ejected through our mouth itself. Next one is the diarrhea. What is diarrhea? The frequent elimination of watery fecals. Frequent elimination of watery fecals, you will call it as the diarrhea. It reduces the absorption of food. It reduces the absorption of food. Okay, so that is all about the diarrhea. Diarrhea indicates a frequent elimination of watery fecus and it reduces the absorption of food. I hope you are understanding because all these things are simple topic. Next, fourth disorder is the constipation. That is the infrequent elimination of dry stool. Infrequent elimination. Okay. Infrequent elimination of dry stool. It is due to decreased peristalsis in the colon. It is due to the decreased peristalsis in the colon. So you know that the large intestine and the small intestine, where you can have the digestion and absorption of material. Yes, yes. So inside this small intestine is highly coiled. Okay, it is more length is for small intestine due to the lack of peristalsis. Due to the lack of peristalsis, due to the lack of peristalsis in the region called the colon, infrequent stools becomes dry and infrequent elimination. Next, the last one is the indigestion. The condition leading to the feeling of fullness due to improper digestion. At least 15 times repeated MCQ. At least 15 times repeated MCQ is this one. That is indigestion. It is named the disorder of the digestive system caused due to eating of spicy food. Food poisoning, enzyme secretion, anxiety, and inadequate enzyme secretion. So all these things, the condition you will call it as. I think also have to end the class today, guys. This thing I'll explain you in the telegram. Okay, this will explain you in the telegram. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. So thank you for your patient listening. So this we have completed with the chapter digestion and absorption. Okay. Okay, guys. Bye bye.